Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below.
Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the topic books and authors and obituary for August month. Session will be quite important, so stay tuned with us till the end. Let's start. The first question is, name the author of the book titled The Man Who Became Cinema, Dilip Kumar, published by Ebri Press, Penguin Random House of India. If we look at the option, Ashok Chopra is the right option. He is the author of this book. Next, who is the author of the book titled The Man Who Fed India? So, this book was authored by Priyambada Jayakumar, right? And this book is written by Priyambada Kumar. Take a note of this. And this book is to commemorate or released to commemorate the 100th anniversary of M.S. Swaminathan, also known as the father of Green Revolution. Next is, who is the author of the book titled Why the Constitution Matters, published by Penguin Random House India in August. So who is the author here? Dhananjay Yashwant Chandrachud, D.Y. Chandrachud, the former Chief Justice of India. Next, who is the author of the book Secession of the Successful, The Flight Out of New India? This book is published by Penguin Viking India, and the author of this book is Sanjay Baru. Next is some obituary questions. Olympic champion Lara Dalmer has passed away at the age of 31 in a mountaineering accident at the Lela Peak in Karakoram Mountains of Pakistan. He hails from which country? He hails from Germany, who recently passed away. Next, Shibu Soren, the former Chief Minister of Jharkhand and founding partner of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, passed away at the age of 81. Also, he was a key figure in the movement that led to the creation of the state of Jharkhand in which year? In the year 2000. Next, in August, Satyapal Malik passed away at the age of 79. He served as the governor of which of the following state? So, he was the governor of Bihar, Jammu Kashmir, Goa, Odisha, Meghalaya. For all of them, he has played a role as being the governor. Next, identify the correct statement regarding the National Handloom Day. If we look at the options here, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, mention the name of the former acting president of Myanmar who passed away at the age of 74 in August. So, who is he? Mint Swe, right? He served as the acting president from 2021 till 2024 following the military coup in Myanmar. Next, Olympic medalist Dr. Wes Pace passed away at the age of 80 in August. He was related to which sport? He was related to hockey. Next, name the linguist and dictionary creator who passed away at the age of 87 in August 2025. So, who he was? He is Jetela Sridharan, right? And Sridharan passed away at the age of 87 in Kannur, Kerala, born in 1938 in Kerala. He was known for compiling the 860-page Chatur Dravida Bhasha Pada Paricharam, a landmark dictionary connecting four major Dravidian languages that are your Malayalam, Kannada, Tamil and Telugu. Next, name the 21st governor of Nagaland who passed away on 15th of August at the age of 80. So, La Ganeshan, right? He is the governor of Nagaland who recently passed away. Next, name the former Australian captain and coach who passed away at the age of 89 in August. So, Bob Simpson, he passed away at the age of 89, the former Australian captain and coach. Next, Lord Swaraj Paul, a prominent NRI industrialist, philanthropist and a member of the Lord of House in UK, passed away at the age of 99. He was honoured with Padma Bhushan in which year? He was honoured with Padma Bhushan in the year 1983. This is the third highest civilian award. Next, mention the name of the Communist Party of India leader who passed away at the age of 83 in the month of August. So, S.S. Reddy, right? That is Suravaram Sudhakar Reddy. He passed away at the age of 83 in Hyderabad, Telangana. So, these are your important current affairs for the topic, students. Now, it's time for your revision part. Indian Army, they have signed a memorandum of understanding worth 223.95 crore rupees. It was signed with Exiscades Aerospace and Technologies, and here this MOU is worth 223.95 crore rupees, and it is for the procurement of 212 advanced 50-ton tank transporter trailers. Very important, students. This contract has been signed under Buy India Indigenously Designed Development Manufactured category, that is IDDM. This will promote Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. What will be procured here? 50-ton tank transporter trailers, and 212 of such will be procured under this agreement. Next, mention the organization that has signed a memorandum of understanding with Ishved Bioplants Ventures on 4th of August to strengthen the conservation of medicinal plants, along with tripartite agreement involving the AIIMS New Delhi along with Ayurveda All India Institute of Ayurveda. So mention that organization that has signed this MOU with Ishved Bioplants Ventures on 4th of August to strengthen the conservation of the medicinal plants. It is National Medicinal Plants Board. Important, take a note of this. This MOU will develop sustainable and scalable cultivation protocols that will strengthen the supply chain of the medicinal plants for the manufacture of the Ayush related products. Next, SAP Labs India, they have signed a memorandum of understanding with Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya that will digitally upskill the professionals in the logistics and transport sector during the inauguration of the Innovation Park in Bengaluru, Karnataka. So in the logistics sector, right, their skilling will be done. All the professionals will be skilled here. They will be taught about the new technologies, new initiatives that are coming in the market, that how can we use them and how can we incorporate them and how we can use them in enhancing the logistics sector. Take a note of this. This is important, right? Here, industry related research and development and employment to boost the national logistics capabilities will be taken into consideration. Next, India, they have signed a protocol with Russia, and it is to strengthen the cooperation in sectors such as aluminium, fertilizers, railway transport, mining, and it was signed during the 11th session of the Working Group on the Modernization and Industrial Cooperation that was held in New Delhi. Next, AIM, that is Atal Innovation Mission, it is of Niti Aayog. They have signed a Statement of Intent SOI with whom it was signed with Digital India Bhashini Division, and it is to foster vernacular innovation and enhance the Indian language inclusivity in the innovation ecosystem. Right, take a note of this. This will focus on the strategies to integrate Indian language technology into Atal Innovation Mission nationwide program. This is the content from the World Intellectual Property Organization Academy on the intellectual property rights will be translated into the multiple Indian languages. If you remember Bhashini, what is this? What is the basic aim of this Bhashini initiative? Right, it is a large language model company. What they are doing is they are providing multilingual support because India has a large language base, right? So they are providing multilingual support here so that large languages, multiple languages can be catered. Next, identify the telecom company that collaborated with global tech giants Ericsson India, Qualcomm Technologies, Cisco Systems, and Nokia Solutions in August to drive digital transformation and strengthen the skilling ecosystem in India. So identify the telecom company. It is Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, that is BSNL. Right? MOU is important here, so take a note of this. Next, in August, Dash has signed a memorandum of understanding with Zepto. What is Zepto doing? Zepto is a food delivery platform, right? So they have launched Zepto Nova, that is an innovation challenge, the aim of which is to support the startups at the early stage in the manufacturing sector, right? So what they are doing is, we can say that Zepto is helping the manufacturing sectors to grow. They are helping the early stage startups in the manufacturing sector to grow. So which is that ministry or which is that organization? It is your Department of Industry and Internal Trade, DPIIT. They have partnered with Zepto here and they have launched an innovative challenge, that is Zepto Nova, where they will be helping the small startups, early stage startups in the manufacturing sector. Next, identify the research center that has signed an MOU in August with NLC India Limited for the extraction of rare earth materials or rare earth elements from fly ash. So the fly ash, right, it is basically when we burn something, then
with the help of those fly ash, they will be recycled, right? They will be treated properly, and important materials, important minerals, important elements will be taken out from them, right? This fly ash, basically it is the byproduct of the thermal power generation. When you are burning coal, the gases that are released, that is your fly ash, right? So from them we will be extracting the rare earth materials. So identify the research center that has signed this MOU with NLC India Limited. Which is that research institution? It is Baba Atomic Research Center, BARC. It is located where? It is located in Maharashtra. Next, mention the institute with which UIDAI, they have signed a 5-year umbrella agreement in August to collaborate on research and development for bolstering the security and reliability of Aadhaar. It is ISI, Indian Statistical Institute, ISI, right? Take a note of this. So mention that institute. ISI is the institute with which UIDAI, they have signed a 5-year umbrella agreement, and focus here will be on boosting research and development for the security and reliability of the Aadhaar card. Aadhaar card, it is a 12-digit number which is unique for every individual. This was launched in 2009 by the government of India. Next, mention the organization that signed a 3-year memorandum of understanding with My Bharat under the Department of Youth Affairs in August to promote youth leadership development in India. It is School of Ultimate Leadership Foundation, that is SOUL. So My Bharat under the Department of Youth Affairs, they have signed this 3 memorandum of understanding with the School Ultimate Leadership Foundation, SOUL, right? And it is to advance youth leadership across India, promote youth leaders across India. The collaboration aims to develop 1 lakh youth leaders that are between the age of 18 to 29 years of age nationwide, where they will be skilled in the governance, public policy, entrepreneurship, digital literacy, financial literacy, and many more. Next, which of the following institute has collaborated with Birbal Sahani Institute of Paleosciences in August to establish a unified platform for showcasing India's scientific and cultural development? So, which of the following institute collaborated here? It is Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts. They have collaborated with Birbal Sahani Institute of Paleosciences. Next is in August, National Health Authority under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, they have collaborated with the Center for the Development of Advanced Computing, that is CDSE, to launch e-Shushrat @clinic, a lightweight cloud-based hospital management information system for OP, that is your outpatient clinics, right? And this system will represent a crucial expansion of the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. This Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission was launched in September 2021, and it is basically to create a digital health ecosystem in India. Moving on, identify the institute that has signed a licensing agreement worth 1 crore rupees with Indraka Quantum Technologies Private Limited to transfer India's first indigenously developed silicon photonics based high-speed quantum random number generator technology to industry for commercial deployment. So identify that institute. It is IIT Madras, right? And this agreement, it is expected to play a very important role in bolstering India's quantum innovation ecosystem. Next, mention the paramilitary forces that have signed this MOU with IIT Manipur in August to promote drone technology for defense and security. It is Assam Rifles. Take a note of this. This MOU will enhance technical and operational readiness of the personnel, particularly in the areas such as surveillance, reconnaissance, and logistic supports in challenging the terrains. Next, identify that Indian institute that in collaboration with FedEx has launched FedEx Smart Center at their campus in August to develop AI-driven logistics solutions, right? So which is that IIT? It is IIT Madras. Option 1 is right here. The first of its kind facility will be supported by a 5-year contract, and here $5 million will be utilized here, correct? And this $5 million, if we talk about it, this is close to 44 crore rupees. It will be given by FedEx. Next, which American satellite internet provider collaborated with UIDAI to enable Aadhaar-based customer verification? It is Starlink satellite. Important question. We have done this multiple times, students. Next, on 21st of August, Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disability, they have partnered with whom? They have partnered with Nipman Foundation, and this was basically for young leaders, right? And to launch, or they have also partnered with basically what is the aim of this launching, right? This was to promote banking barriers fellowship, right? This banking barrier fellowship, this is a program that has been designed to place young professionals across various department of persons with disability offices to strengthen policy that will be helping the persons with disabilities, their rights, right? They will be provided with better facilities and how we can make their life easier. This will be the main focus of this particular thing. Next question is, mention that organization that signed a 5-year business to business agreement with Brahmaputra Valley Fertilizer Corporation Limited at Siliguri, West Bengal to supply essential fertilizers. It is National Seed Center of Bhutan. Important, this will be a business to business agreement, correct? And what will be the purpose here? This will guarantee the timely and uninterrupted access of the agriculture inputs, right? This will support the Bhutan's food security and agriculture productivity goals. So means in Bhutan, regular supply of fertilizer goods will be provided that will ensure that there is no lack or there is no less supply of agriculture food there. Next, identify the telecom company that has signed this MOU with the Dow division of the Indian Army in August to enhance digital and mobile connectivity in the forward areas of the Dibang Valley and Anjar districts of Arunachal Pradesh. So identify the telecom company, it is Bharti Airtel, and it will also support the Digital India initiative that will enhance the security by enhancing seamless communication between the security forces in the forward area. Next, which organization has recently partnered with the Department of Post, correct? And it is to enable citizens in rural and semi-urban areas to invest in mutual funds through India Post during the 30th Foundation Day celebration in Maharashtra. So what is the main aim here? To promote investing in mutual funds, right? More and more investors should come here and invest in mutual funds. For this, which is that organization that has partnered with the Department of Post? It is your Association of Mutual Funds in India, that is AMFI.